Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. Happy Monday. Guys, we are halfway through the month of February, and I feel like February, I know, it's the shortest month of the year, but I feel like it's moving super fast, and excuse that noise because I woke up early this morning and I decided I needed to do like a couple loads of laundry that I had really put off this weekend for no reason at all, but I needed to do some laundry. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. I guess I'll try to just speed through this video, but that's my dryer. It's an old school dryer, so it makes that noise. But anyway, happy Monday. I'm super excited this morning. I decided I had to take a interesting look at my life and reflect. Like, Ashley, you've set these goals for yourself for the year as far as like health and even like my spiritual goals and stuff like that are concerned, and you really haven't been doing too much to accomplish them. So get your life together. Get your life together. So this morning I woke up, I went to the gym. Even though I was so tired, I went to the gym. I hopped on the prayer line. My church has a prayer line that I like to join, get my mind in a good space. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. I also have a new background because I felt like the background of my gray wall was a little too flush. Like, it was just too bare. So I wanted to, like, welcome to my home. Welcome to my crib. Hey, MTV, welcome to my crib. So that's why I just decided to get some new scenery. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this. I don't know. I'm just going to play around with different sides of my table. To be honest, it's really all it is. But happy Monday. I've rambled on for long enough. Let's get right into today's video. So, as always, God is blessing us. He's always going to be blessing us. We are on to week number 3 of our stillness month. Remember, February, we're talking about being still. What does that mean? What does that look like? Why is that important for us? If you caught anything of this past Saturday's live with my brother, William, he gave some good practical application of why it's necessary to be still, why it's necessary to understand the importance of rest. If you haven't, don't worry. It's still up on Facebook Lives, or it's still up on my Facebook page, so you can go ahead and check that out there. But he gave some really good examples on why it's important to understand stillness and why it's important to understand rest. He also texted me later, or yesterday morning, mentioning another thing, that it's also, even though we understand the importance of stillness, it's also important not to be too comfortable in our stillness. So even though we're being still and we're understanding what stillness means and listening to God, listening to where He wants us to go, do not think too much on stillness where you're not progressively moving forward. And he mentioned one with forgiveness, so you're not moving forward in forgiveness of other people, but honestly, it could be with anything. Like, you're just not progressing forward. So make sure you understand that even though we are talking about being still, that does not mean being stagnant. Okay, that does not mean staying in the same place. We still have to move forward in love and forgiveness and trust and faith and all of that stuff. So with that being said, this week our focus is on being quiet. Okay, being quiet. What does that mean? What does that look like? Why do we even want to understand, or why do we even want to put on a quietness mindset? How does that relate to being still? We're going to talk about all of that this week, but before we get started, I do just want to hit you with some definitions, and then of course, y'all know how we do. Later on in the week, we'll further define those and figure out how that applies to our lives. So, what does it mean to be quiet? It means that we're not making any noise. In the simplest definition, or in the simplest take on that word, being quiet means that we're not making noise. Okay, we are not making any noise. Another definition, or the rest of that definition, when I looked it up online last night, was saying that being quiet is best understood through its antonyms, or through the words that are opposite of what that word means. So loud, noisy, hectic, all of that stuff. And I really liked that portion of the definition because I think that it's important to understand that without understanding what your noise is, or without understanding what the hectic places in your life is, or whatever is causing you to go through confusion and disarray, without understanding what those areas are, it's really going to be hard to understand the importance of being quiet and how we should be quiet and why we should be quiet. Okay, so we're talking about being quiet, but we're also talking about noise. Okay, any unpleasant sound that causes a disturbance in our lives. All right, so we're going to further discuss that. On Wednesday, we're going to take a deeper look at being quiet and its antonyms. So noise, hectic, loud, disturbance, confusion, disruption, all of that. We're going to take a look at how those two relate to each other and honestly define those areas as my dryer goes off again. Honestly, define those areas in our life that are causing noise, hectic points, confusion, disturbances, all of that stuff, and then figure out from there how we be quiet, or how we should be quiet, or how we should live a quiet lifestyle. Anyway, Friday, that's what we're going to talk about too, is practical application of quiet. So what does a lifestyle full of quietness looks like? Because, it really doesn't look like you're just going around being mute all the time. Contrary to popular belief, being quiet is not always being physically quiet. Now it could, and I know some people that really do need to be quiet, but having a quiet lifestyle while still understanding the importance of rest and stillness and living our daily lives. So that's what we're going to get into this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope everyone has a wonderful Monday and a blessed Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Bye.